known as pomo, smoked meat, and bushmeat. Recall that the government in June specifically stated that the disease was widespread in northern Ghana, bordering Burkina Faso and Togo. Away from that, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has announced that the Monetary Policy Committee MPC meeting will hold next Monday and Tuesday for the first time without the bank's suspended governor, Godwin Emefiele. The CBN disclosed this in a notice posted on its website. Reports say the meeting, which is expected to hold at the CBN's headquarters in Abuja, will see MPC, CBN's highest policy-making organ, making significant decisions on Nigeria's rising inflation of 22.79%, challenges in the foreign exchange market, and other issues affecting the economy. Recall that in the MPC's last meeting in May, the bank increased the monetary policy rate to 18.5% from 18% to the previous month to mitigate rising inflation. In a separate development, the National Secretary of All Progressives Congress, Iyola Omishore, has been officially replaced with the Deputy National Secretary of the party, Festus Founta, who hails from Plateau State, officially assumed his new position as the acting National Secretary yesterday. The new acting National Chairman, Abubakar Kyari, made the announcement shortly after the crucial meeting of the National Working Committee held at the party's secretariat. Addressing journalists, Kyari confirmed that both Omishore and the erstwhile National Chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, are no longer part of the APC leadership. He also disclosed that the proposed National Caucus and National Executive Committee meetings, slated for July 18 and 19, have been shelved. On petroleum matters, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority NMPDRA says oil marketers have commenced the importation of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol. The Chief Executive Officer NMDPRA, Farouk Ahmed, made the revelation during a stakeholders engagement in Lagos. Ahmed said that of the 56 oil marketing companies that applied for and obtained licenses, 10 indicated the ability to import in the third quarter of 2023, while 3 had landed cargo. He also listed the 3 companies currently importing the products to include AY Ashafa, Prudent Energy, and Emadeb, adding that others would import between August and September.
If you recall, on May 29th, Mr. President, of course, mentioned that subsidy is gone. And we encourage all the marketing companies who are interested in importing to come forward for licensing to import. So this meeting, I just called to thank some of them that actually took that offer. We have now about 56 marketing companies that applied for and obtained license to import premium motor spirit. And out of those, about 10 indicated their ability to import in the third quarter, which is July, August, and September. And out of those 10, again, 3 of them already have landed cargoes. Prudent Energy, AOM Shafa, and Emadeb, and others like 11 PLCs and others are also indicating their interest to import in August and September. So it's just actually to call for this meeting to encourage them to import so that they can displace, in a way, NPC's dominance in the market, because this market is open for all to compete, and we're going to encourage all the marketing companies to come in and conduct their normal businesses in this arena. We are working with the FCCPC in terms of consumer protection, so that no marketer takes advantage. But most importantly, what we're focusing on is, like you said, the quality of products coming in, so that it does not affect any.
In another development, the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC Akwa Ibom State Sector Command, has commenced the immediate prosecution of violators of road traffic offences whose vehicles are impounded but failed to pay the prescribed fines after 7 days of the impoundment. The sector commander, Corps Commander Matthew Olonishaye, stated this in an interview with newsmen. Olonishaye said that the command will be embarking on weekly special patrol operation with special focus on offences such as overloading, failure to install speed limiting device in commercial vehicles, driving and riding against traffic, and other traffic offences. The sector commander therefore called on the general public to remain active and avoid any form of recklessness that is capable of jeopardizing the safety of other road users, but ensure adherence to traffic rules and regulations and promptly report any road incidents and other emergencies to the FRSC toll-free line. Away from that, the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPADEC, has enlisted Kaduna, Nasarawa, Taraba, and Gombe State into its membership. The managing director of the commission, Abubakar Yelwa, disclosed this during a 5-day capacity building workshop on a social standards short course held in Kaduna State. Yelwa explained that with the addition of 4 states into HAPADEC, the number of its members increases to 10, comprised of over 1,800 communities spread across Benue, Plateau, Kogi, Kwara, Kebbi, and Niger states. According to the HYPADEC Chief Executive Officer, the admission of the 4 states into the membership of the Commission followed President Bola Tinubu's recent the over 1.5 million out-of-school children that have been absorbed into various public schools under the 2017 to 2022 Better Education Service Delivery for All will be mopped up and brought back to the classrooms under the BESTA additional funding transforming education system at state level program. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Adeniyi Olusanjo, made this known during a 2-day training program on community-driven development, art and culture, and tourism. Rotimi Babalola. The program is targeting at mopping up the remaining 1.5 million out-of-school children after those that have been successfully returned to classrooms under the BESTA within 2017 and 2022. In a separate development, the Abia State government says it has discovered 2,300 ghost workers in its payroll system and weeded them out, thus saving over 220 million naira on monthly wage bill. The state said the ghost workers were now made this known in Umuahia, the state's capital. Onyemenam reiterated the governor's directive that workers would be paid the arrears of April salaries left behind by the immediate past administration, as well as June pensions to retirees. We move now to Africa, where Kenyan authorities have seized a smuggled shipment of medication which can be used by athletes as performance-enhancing drugs. The Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya disclosed that a woman was arrested on suspicion of smuggling and will appear in court. According to the agency, she was arrested at Jomo Kenyatta Airport in Nairobi in a joint operation by police and anti-doping officials. Reports say Kenya is among the most successful the Olympics and World Championships. Still in Africa, Egypt's Public Prosecution Office has said that 8 people, including 7 members of one family, have been reportedly killed in Cairo when a residential building in the capital collapsed. According to the prosecution office, civil defense workers pulled out 9 people. Among them was an injured woman, while the 8 others were deceased, noting that another 5 were able to leave the property before it fell down. Reports say the prosecution office therefore ordered the arrest of the building's owner, the contractor in charge of the works, and one of his employees for questioning. On the foreign scene, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that his country is prepared to continue grain exports after Russia announced it was exiting a landmark deal brokered with Turkey and the United Nations (UN) to unblock deliveries from the major producer. Zelensky said Ukraine, the United Nations, and Turkey can jointly ensure the operation of the food corridor and the inspection of ships. According to him, China, Spain, and Turkey are the three main beneficiaries of the grain shipments, noting that 60% of the volumes were exported to Africa and Asia. Reports say the agreement, which has enabled the export in cargo of more than 32 million tons of Ukrainian grain over the last year, has expired. Still on the foreign scene, Russian government has said that the bridge linking Russia to Crimea has partially reopened a day after it was attacked. It said vehicles were using a single lane of the bridge across the Kerch Strait. Reports say the Kerch Bridge was opened in 2018 and enables road and rail travel between Russia and Crimea, Ukrainian territory annexed by Russia in 2014 after an internationally unrecognized referendum. According to condemning the attack on the bridge as an act of terrorism against a critically important transport link, Russian President Vladimir Putin did, however, vow that the Russian military would respond. Still to come in the news. Rashford agrees new five-Man United contract. Stay with us for details after the break.
Business exists only to meet the needs of the people, but there's an extra advantage if your product and services are pitched on a platform that gives you the added advantage over your competitors. For your desired return on investment and so much more, advertise on Spectrum Television, on StarTime's DTH Channel 421 and on free-to-air with a frequency of 12733. Spectrum Television, broadening your horizon.
Thanks for staying tuned, and now to the rest of the news. On our business news, the Nigerian Export Promotion Council (NEPC) has said that non-oil exports in the first half of 2023 declined marginally to $2.539 billion from $2.593 billion in the same period last year. The executive director of NEPC, Yakusak Igsra, disclosed this in Abuja at the presentation of the first half-year progress report on the non-oil export performance for 2023. He blamed the decline on the conduct of the general elections and the changes in global economic conditions. The NEPC boss explained that the sector recorded a dip in export value in the first half of the year of 2023 due to the general elections and changes in global economic conditions. Still in business, a group of point-of-sales operators in Nigeria have protested against the increased service charges in the country, which took effect yesterday. Recall that the Association of Mobile Money and Bank Agents in Nigeria announced new service charges for operators in June. The association had said the increase in service charges was to ensure point of sale operators survive. With the implementation of the framework, Nigerians who wanted to deposit 1,000 and 4,900 naira would now have to pay a service charge of 100 naira, while 5,000 to 10,900 naira will attract a service charge of 200 naira, among others. However, the operators under the umbrella of Concerned POS Operators in Nigeria described the increase as outrageous and anti-people. In health, the former president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Olumide Akintayo, has asked President Bola Tinubu to implement various reforms recommended in the pharmaceutical sector to boost local drug manufacturing in the country. He said the pharmaceutical sector is very crucial to the country, noting that it is only drug manufacturers that can add serious value in terms of gross domestic product that can boost the Nigerian economy. Akintayo also urged Tinubu to urgently look at the various concerns in the pharmaceutical sector and address them if the country is to witness robust local drug manufacturing like India and China, stressing that the country cannot have drug security when local drug manufacturers import active pharmaceutical ingredients and 70% of the country's drug needs. Still in health, health experts have advised Nigerians to prioritize oral care, stressing that most illnesses emanate from improper care of the mouth, while advocating for proper care of the teeth from infancy. The expert said there is a need to take preventive measures against oral cancer, adding that regular visits to the hospital for appropriate checkups should also be prioritized. The medical practitioners made the call at the 20th anniversary and public lecture of SS Dental Clinic Limited held in Lagos. The chief operating officer of the clinic, Yetunde Oladejo, emphasized the importance of oral health and the need to pay great attention to it, especially from infancy, noting that it is the key indicator of overall health. She implored Nigerians to pay regular visits to dentists, adding that teachers and parents alike should begin to check the teeth of children regularly every morning and every evening. In sports, Marcus Rashford has agreed to a new long-term contract with Manchester United. According to reports, England forward has a verbal agreement with the club for a new 5-year contract that would keep him at the Old Trafford until 2028. Reports say talks with Rashford and the final stages before an official announcement is made. Still in sports, Leeds United are now owned by 49ers Enterprises after the English Football League formally approved their £170 million takeover of the championship club. Reports say the investment arm of the San Francisco 49ers purchased a 15% stake in Leeds in 2018 and increased that to 44% in 2021. They now have full control after announcing the purchase of Andrea Radizzani's share. On our entertainment news, American singer Taylor Swift now has more #1 albums than any other female artist in history following the recent release of Speak Now. According to reports, the record debuted at the top of the Billboard charts, becoming the top Queen's 12th #1 album and surpassing Barbra Streisand for the most among women. Reports say that for male performers, Jay-Z and the Beatles both have over a dozen #1 albums. Though Billboard notes it has changed its album ranking system over the decades to include anthologies. The organization added that Swift has also become the first living artist in nearly 60 years to have 4 albums in the top 10 at the same time. Still on entertainment, American singer Ariana Grande and her husband Delton Gomez have reportedly called it quits and are headed towards a divorce. Reports say that the couple have reportedly been separated since July 2023 and are now moving towards having an official divorce. This comes as a shock to many because Ariana celebrated their second anniversary on her Instagram page just in May 2023. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do well to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Uyai Anek, and thanks for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon.